What's up, y'all? I am back with Tyler Perry's Zatima, Season 3, Episode 18, Unrequired Love. I'm sorry. So, oh, um, back in Like and Love. Y'all, like, comment, and subscribe. Share me with a friend of a friend that knows a friend, that has a friend, that likes this show, and likes to listen to reviews. Please. Thank you. All right. Come on, let's just get this train going. So y'all, the next morning, it's the next morning, and Zach and Fatima, I'm sorry, Zach actually gets a message. He doesn't answer it right away. He asks Fatima to do it, and she was like, no, it was just this back and forward. Y'all, I do not like the Tyler Perry back and forwards. Yeah. So, Leslie, Fatima phone like ding, so she gets a message, and it's Leslie. Leslie is constantly apologizing. And then we find out Zach got a text from the funeral home that he, and the funeral guy is saying he need more money. So I guess he was scam. He is a scammer. I don't know if that reminds y'all of any funeral home. I'm sorry, I need some. If that reminds y'all of any funeral home in y'all area, but I don't know. So, because they holding the body, they holding the body for a couple days until everything is everything. Anyway, Angela calls Fatima phone. They're in a car. Her and Zach are in a car. Everybody get ready for work or whatnot. And then we see Zach and Fatima in the car on their way to the funeral home. And Angela calls her and asks her, hey, did you do what you said you was going to do when you said you was going to do it? And so Fatima was like, well, I got to tell you about that later. And Angela's like, all right, whatever. She really just want her buns off the screen. Ma'am, they done already saw them. Just get it cleared and go from there. And, be careful who you let around you, and make sure Bryce come take all that stuff down. Point blank and period. Get you a ring camera. Okay? Problem solved. So, Zach and Fatima get to the funeral home, and the guy was like, well, it's going to be an additional charge. I would have been like, you and that body, all right? The way I would have pushed him in that coffin, sir, don't play with me. Don't play with me, because I'm already giving you a lot of money, and you think because we got money, we're going to keep shelling it out to you. Sir, please get out of our face. Anyway, I just want y'all to know, don't send y'all loved ones to that funeral, okay? If they decide to go home, if unfortunate events happen, right? And they go home to be with the Lord, don't you send them there. Because they're going to take all your money. All right? All your insurance money. You ain't going to have nothing to save for your family. All right? Please don't. So, in the next scene, we see Bryce. Zach is now at the office. We see Bryce pacing back and forward. Sir, if you don't get your stupid in this office, that's what I was thinking. All right? So, he walks in and he speaks to Zach. Bryce asked Zach if he gonna be mad. He was just like, you gonna be mad at me forever? And he will make it up. He was like, I'm gonna make it up to you. Y'all, I keep telling y'all, Bryce is a pick-me. But I'm starting to understand. So Bryce says to Zach, I'm a good person. And I screwed up. With the money. And Zach tells Bryce to just stop being hard on himself and that they're past it. Zach wants him to I just want you to do your job. You're smart at this. You're good at this. I need you to do that. Everything else, you just need to give it time. Yeah, I might be still a little frustrated, but give it time. I'm asking you not to be hard on yourself. Just let things happen naturally. And they cool. Zach not as mad at him. as he was. And I'm glad, because I got tired of Zach acting like, everybody owed him something. But yeah, he did owe that man 3 million. I'm sorry, 3 million. Was it 3 million? $3 million, sir? No. Anyway, to me, I want to say Bryce gives that his daddy, not his mama, was definitely hard on him as a kid growing up. So he had to be perfect, do everything perfect. He couldn't make a mistake, and if he did make a mistake, that was that disappointment that showed up in his parent, and through his parents. They would tell him how disappointed he was. So that's why I think he kind of feel like, I have to do everything right. I have to fix this. I have to overcompensate. Because he got more lashes and talking to than probably love. And maybe that's a cultural thing. I don't know. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Sorry, y'all. So Zach gives him a hug and tells him to lighten up. And he was like, are you for real? He was ready for that hug. So anyway, Fatima gets to the law office. Angela just at her though, because Angela did say, I'm gonna be sitting in your office. Angela, you are at a prestigious law firm, ma'am. Why is your titties out? Anyway, she asked Fatima about the situation. Fatima tells her what happened. She tells her about the situation. First, she asked Fatima, hey, did you get everything straight? What happened? And then Fatima started to explain everything to her. Fatima was like, look, I can ask somebody here at the job to help us. So Angela was like, no, I work here too. I work with these people. Angela told Fatima that it was Bryce who did it. And she was like, and he said it was a mistake. He got hacked. So Fatima was like, well, do you believe him? And she was like, well, Bryce is smart, but he a little goofy or whatever. Girl, I guess. So she asked to call. Fatima kept telling her no. And it's like, if she keeps telling you no, it's a reason behind it. You're going to have to suck it up. All these other strangers seeing you, you might as well let your coworker see you. Okay? It is what it is. So Fatima was like, all right. She calls Malachi. Malachi was like, well, I was trying to call you to apologize for what happened at dinner. I'm so sorry. I wanted us to meet up alone. Why do you want to meet with this lady? Why? Like, Malachi is very annoying to me. Just as much as Leslie is annoying, Malachi is extremely annoying. He is off his rocker, if you ask me. So she was like, no, I'll meet you at Angela's house. I'll give her your information and I will meet y'all over there. So in the next scene, Zach goes to see Jeremiah, and we found out that they're actually discharging Jeremiah today. But Jeremiah has been looking into this rehab place, and Zach tells Jeremiah that he will call them. Zach stepped out of the room. He was like, I'm going to go call them right now. So he ended up calling Fatima, and he talked to her about the situation. She tells him, hey, you should do it. And he was like, I'm going to do it. And it costs like $5,000. So if he screw over me, and he was like, it's good. Fatima was like, no worries, it's going to be good. And so Zach gets off the phone with Fatima and was like, all right, I'm going to help him. I'm going to pay for it. And he was like, hey, you ready? And Jeremiah was like, all right. All I want to say to Jeremiah is, sir, you can do all things through Christ Jesus, okay? Listen, I need y'all to be praying for Jeremiah, y'all, because him and this hat, no hat at the top, hat at the side thing they needed. He's struggling, y'all. We got to get him to get his kids back. Baby, he need to build a relationship with his kids. We just need him to be the big brother that he needs to be, all right? We need him to show up and show out for himself, not for Miss Gladys, Not for them children of his, not for his brother, but we need to do this for him. So, listen, y'all send some prayers up for Jeremiah. It's gonna be a long road, but guess what? You gonna get there. Anyway, so they get back to Angela's house, and Fatima was like, listen, I don't really like dealing with people who broke my heart, yada yada yada. So Angela was like, he fine, huh? So girl, Angela, ugh. Anyway, Malachi rings the doorbell. Angela answers the door. He comes to the door, and she's like, damn, girl. Anyway, he was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Like, he ain't even see her. He spoke to her because you there, but I need to go talk to her. Like, we was here for this assignment, but you coming over here to push your own agenda, which I felt like, in some words, when he was on the phone with Fatima, he was like, the only reason I'm doing it is so I can come see you. I need to come talk to you. I don't trust him either. Y'all talking about Leslie? I don't trust that Malachi either. So, Malachi tells Fatima how much he loved her and how much he missed her, and he wanted to be alone with her. And Angela's like, well, I can leave if y'all need to talk. He says yes, she said no. Malachi is trash to me. Garbage truck juice. Trash to me. And he just confesses his love for her, never stopped loving her, yada yada yada. And I was like, oh my God. And then he started to unbutton his shirt, and everybody was like, what are you doing? Stop. And we see that he got a big stupid tattoo of Fatima on his chest. I was like, oh, and this is where the episode ended. Baby, I just need Tyler Perry to just sometimes just let me live and leave me alone. And I just was like, Tyler, please. This what you came up with? This what you came up with? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sad. All right. Listen, I will see y'all in the next video. I love y'all. But Tyler, this what you left us with? This all you had in your bag?